Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we'll do the LeetCode problem for the day, which is day 18th, climbing stairs. Now, if you go to neetcode.io, you'll see that this problem is part of 1DP, one dynamic programming, and I personally don't think it belongs here because it can be solved as an array problem as well, easily, or in arrays. So let's see. Let's look at the question first. So here's the question for the Today's 18th, right? Yeah, day 18, climbing stairs. Let's understand the question first. Basically, you're climbing a staircase in, and you have to find out all possible ways to, get to the step, the top. Basically, get to step in. Now, this is kind of like partition of n. You must know about the famous formula by Ramanujan on how to find the unique partitions of n. But here we don't need the unique partitions, but we need all combinations of partitions of n. So we will be going through array solution here. You'll understand why I'm using an array here. So let's go to the whiteboard. So in this array here, you can see, let me actually quickly create an array. Okay, too big. So I'll just create size 2 array. And if I want to take, if I want to reach this step, which is, n equals 2, what can I do? If I'm here, I get like one step, which is like just take one and then one more step plus one. So this is one way. Or I can just take two steps at once, two. So there are two ways to reach it. So if I was at step, let's say this is step number 1, which is this set, actually color coded. Yeah, green. So if I was at step number 1, there's one way to reach there, 1 plus 1. And if I was at step number 2, there is another, again, one way to reach there, which is 1. So total is 1 plus 1, two ways. Similarly, let's do it with n equals 3. Okay. Essentially, erase all this. Okay, so let's erase this. Yeah, now make a array of 3 values. Okay, because there are 3 steps. Now let me color code. Okay, so here I have color coded all these steps. Now if we were to be at this step here, there is only one way to how to say, stay here, which is to just stay here on step 3. So for here I'll just mention 1, and for if I were at step number, let's say 2, there's only one way to go to step number 3, which is to take one step. Now let's say we were at step number 1. If we were at step number 1, then there are two ways, right? I can take 2 steps, or I can take 1 and 1 plus 1 step. So there are two ways. So 2, 1, 1. So 2, 1, 1. Okay, great. Now what if I was at 0, step number 0 here? And that's the question, right? We are at step number 0 and we need to reach step number 3. So here I'll have 1. This is one way. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Then other way is to take 2 steps and then 1 step, 2 plus 1. Similarly, 1 plus 2. There we go. We can't take 3 steps altogether, right? 3 steps is basically 1 plus 1 plus 1. So this leads to 3 total steps. So do you see a pattern here? If you guessed Fibonacci series, then yes, you're correct. It basically is following the Fibonacci series. I'm trying to make that Fibonacci spiral here, but yeah, this whole solution will follow the Fibonacci series, and the solution is just to get the last or the next element in the Fibonacci series, and that would be the result. So let's go code. So as you can see here, there are some questions which you can just go to the example and try to understand what exactly is the best solution here. And in this way, we were able to easily determine that we just need to create a Fibonacci series. So we'll have 1 and 2 variables. Okay, wait, sorry. I'll just call them, let's say, n1, n2 equals 1, 1, because Fibonacci starts with 1 and 1. Then for I in range n minus 1, because we just need to go for 4 such values. The last value will always be 1. Let's create a temp variable. It will have n1 will be equal to n1 plus n2, and n2 will be equal to temp, and then we'll return n1, which is the last value in the Fibonacci series. Let's run this. There you go. And if I submit it, great, it's an accepted solution. Okay, then I'll see you in the next one.